How are you? Good evening, Carter. How are you, Rahman, Mohammed, So, Gustavo? Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Good evening. Yes, so Gustav, could you please confirm, like, are you able to see yesterday's lab recording, like from 6 to 8? Because I think it's not available due to some technical issue. Like both lab is not there. If anyone can confirm, it would be great. Because I can share the link in different way, because I can see in other way, like I log in and just checking, right? But for you it might be difficult. You can verify. Yes, yeah, because I got the email that recording is available like yesterday, like within 10 minutes, but some like students are not able to see that. I just verified today morning, but I am just sharing the link from the email which I got it. Okay, so let's wait today and let's see what happened for today's lab, and then I can share. Okay, so what I will do, uh, I will share yesterday's lab, like 6 to 8 lab, and today's lab recording, because I have discussed lots of things yesterday. If I miss anything, like you can just refer both. Okay, so let's see if it is not available till 10 o'clock, right? I will do that. Yeah, so I will do the both links. Yeah, no problem. Hey Robbie, how are you? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Okay, so let's wait 5 minutes more. Can you see my screen, guys? Cool. Yeah, so you can mark the attendance here. Yeah. Robbie, it's fine. Don't worry about the at class. But this is a different class, so I can't put there. Okay, let's wait 2-3 minutes more. Yes, Carter, go ahead. You can open the mic. Oh, so that's a tricky question. So what, yeah. So Carter, what we can do, I think you need to have, because connection will establish each time, right? When you close the application or start the application, so it won't work, right? So you need to do it manually, right? Yeah, it will make duplicate. That's the purpose of that. Because there is no way, like if you start the application, it will initiate, right? So what I do usually, I have the script, right? I have the small script that you put all the record and just create once and comment that code. Or maybe have the API and you can do that. Yeah, make sense, Carter? Okay, so I will share small script, but usually what I just create the endpoint. Okay, so for you have the question for the lab exercise, right? For this week lab exercise you're talking about. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, because it's the endpoint, right? So we can use that. Yeah, the restaurant data. Yeah. So I think we already feed that. That's why I give the same. Restaurant is already there. If you can check from the previous semester, I asked this one. And again, if you don't have, that's why you can use that. Otherwise, you can use the same DB and you can insert the new records. Okay, that's the trick part. I don't know how people will work. Okay. So let's get started, guys. So without wasting time, let me share. Okay, so last like Tuesday lecture, right? So we have seen working with MongoDB, right? Mentioning some of the validation. That's the next week part. So I cover both the part. So validation is not that much complex. We will cover all the validation and whatever the features we have seen, like creating the virtual method, creating the instance method, static method, and also adding some query functions, like query functionality to add that, and some of the middlewares, right? Pre and the post, two categories of middleware. Okay, so we will see that. And next week in the lab, we are going to see the Apollo GraphQL, right? So we'll see the GraphQL tutorial, because you can work on the assignment and I can utilize two labs to demonstrate various examples. Okay, it's not that much complex because we will use the same example what we are going to do today and extend that with the GraphQL. Okay, right now we have Express, we will do the GraphQL, so it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, and next week Tuesday we will have the lab test, right? So I will disclose that on Monday early morning, so you can work 24 hours and submit exactly at 8 o'clock Tuesday. Okay, and then and coming lab we will see GraphQL, and maybe if you want to have any question or want to extend this example with some other uh, like requirement, we can do that. Okay, so uh, just remember we will cover next week content and this week content, and we have seen the validation in a good way last semester too, right? So here we will see more options, like okay, these things are available, and we will try to understand in like different way and in more detail. Okay, so to make our life easy this week, because it's like lots of code to write, so I have created one template project. So we will use that project and then you can commit the code on the GitHub, and we will follow all the steps there, right? If committing is optional, if you want to keep your code on your side, you can do that. So what you have to do, I will share this code. So you log into your GitHub first, because you need to have your login there on the website. So log in and let me know once you are there. And then you have to fork. Remember, don't download, don't clone my repo, fork it and copy yours. Okay, so I'm just putting in the chat for now. Yeah, so yeah, fork is the creating the copy on your side. Okay, so Robbie, if you can share the screen, then I can guide people to here. So let me allow you to share. So you log into your GitHub account and then let me know. Yeah, you can share the screen.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, so people will understand. So what is the fork like in the GitHub? You can create your own copy. So it's a like development with the other account. So you have the right on your account, you can do commit everything on that repo. If you want to send the repo, like the changes to my repo, like original repo, you can create the PR. So this is how open source project works, because people will not add you to collaborator, right? In your project, they will allow you to fork, and you raise the PR, and then they will review it and merge it. But we want to do in your side, right? So you are here, so open my link, open the link which I have said. So fork is the copy in your account, right? So if you will see there, you can just click that, or I can open the, yeah, paste it there. Yeah.
Hey, it doesn't, Zoom doesn't actually let us copy.
Okay, now what you do? No, what you do? Just type github.com/,
Okay, no problem. Can you hear me?
yeah,
Okay.
/Pritam World. Yeah, you just enter it, because it's a public, so you can see that. Okay, now
Nice.
click on the repositories. Yeah. And you will see the first one. Yeah, the first
Got it.
repo. Okay, and then what you do, you see, you can, the fork is activated on your side. No, use this template. No, fork, right side, right, go right. Yeah, fork it. So you see my name is there, Pritam /, but when you fork it, this will create copy on your account.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
I wasn't really aware of that term.
Yeah, what you can do, you can make a copy on your side. Now what you have to do, if you see the code, if you click on the code on the right side, use this template, right? So you can copy. So you see it's your name now.
Oh, I got
So
it.
you
I got it.
can commit to this code now, right? So I have given this template. So copy this one. Okay, copy, guys, this link. Don't copy my link. Copy this link after fork. Okay, let me know once everyone able to fork that, so I can verify. Okay, now what you do, open the terminal and clone this one. So we have to clone this repo. Now remember the place where you are cloning, right? So now paste that link and enter.
Oh, wait. Before I do that, I have to go to a good location. Give me a second.
Yeah, you can change the directory. Don't make directory, it will be there. It will automatically create.
Oh, it will? Okay, no problem.
Yeah, it will create the W413133 like that.
It'll make a folder for me? Okay.
Yeah, it will create, because whatever the repo name, it will create the
Okay. What's going on?
git clone. I think it's not copied. You have to copy again.
Yeah, it didn't copy it properly. No problem.
Copy and put it there. Okay, now hit enter. So it's cloning. Now you change the directory, cd, and you will see that folder.
You want me to go to the here?
No, you can change the directory, cd w4 tab, w4 tab sign, tab, press the tab.
Sorry?
Tab button, press the tab button.
Oh, sure, okay. There you go.
Enter. See, it's there. Now you're in the repo. Now you can open in the Visual Code. Please open that in the Visual Code now.
Is it code dot?
Yeah, code dot, yeah.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Yeah, everyone got it? So see, the template is ready now. Okay, now if you go to the package.json.
Package.json right here.
Yes. Now you can update all the information. I will explain now. Now you see the repo is mine still, but you don't have to change that. Right? This is fine.
Should I change it now?
You can change your name if you want. It's your choice, right? Because if you want to commit on your side, if you want to keep committing, you can do that. So everywhere,
Okay.
like 24, line number 24, yeah, you can put your name 24. Okay. So this is what I will do. Maybe if you require to start from some template, right? Because you are aware with the MongoDB pretty much. So I just create a template. Usually I do in all other classes, right? For all lab, we have something like that. But if I want to discuss more, I just write the code in front of you, right? But you are aware with the Mongo, but I will go through that. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. You can stop sharing now.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So this is how, like, fork is your copy. Remember. Okay. So fork is your copy. So you can work that. You don't have to worry about adding collaborator, right? Because I don't have to worry usually. Okay. So now let me do the same thing, but I have my repo, so I can clone that, right? So I will clone my repo. Okay. So what I am doing, okay, cd downloads, and I have to make one mkdir week 4_Thursday. Okay, because the repos exist on my side. So week 4_Thursday. Okay, then I can clone git clone. Okay, so I got this repo and I can open in a Visual Code. I don't want this one. Okay, now let me explain what I have given to you so that you can start working. So let me maximize that. So sorry, I did the wrong. Let me close this one. cd, I opened the wrong one. cd tab, I have to open this repo. Okay, I don't want to do like extra command. Okay, so everyone can see. So if you see the package, you can update your name here in the GitHub. You can update your name here, and we are using the index.file and nodemon. So all the libraries are given, right? So you know how to install the mongoose and the express and the nodemon. So I just give that. So what you have to do, you have to issue the first command to make it available, right? So we use npm. Which one? Which command we will issue, guys? npm install, right? npm install, because you already have the express and all other libraries, right? So see, the list is given, so you don't have to again and again, just install it. It will install all three library here. Okay, so whenever you use my code or other code, you just look for the node modules, or because this is heavyweight, so we delete it and upload it, right? So I haven't committed because it is not required. You can generate on your side, right? So we are good to go, and will use the node mon, so it will keep running. Okay, let me know once you're done. Okay, now what you have to do next step, so click on the index.js and you have to paste your link, paste your MongoDB connection. So I have already mentioned in the lecture that, like, you have to remember that, right? So log into your MongoDB and go to the database. Okay, okay, that's why I say, okay, keep remember, login. Okay, and in the databases, you can go and connect and can get the connection string from here, and you have to remember the password. If you don't remember the password, go to the database access, see this username, whatever you have provided, add it and change the password, and use that password. All good, guys? Okay, so databases connection, you know this step. I'm just repeating this one. Connection, database access, and you can edit it and edit the password. Okay, so I have my URL. Let me find it. Okay, and you can pick whatever database you want. So browse collection. Okay, so I'm going to use employee. Okay. So I will use this one. Okay, so let me open that URL. So this is my URL. So DB fall 203123 or 31. I'm just using the fall. Right? You can pick anyone. You can create the new one and you can use that name. Okay, so whole connection string is available like this. Okay. Yes, Carter, we have the express route. We have the express route, right? So app, and you see I have the route added here. We have separate file. This is clean code now. Route file is available in this folder and the model is available here. Okay, so I have provided all the template. Okay, please let me know once you are done DB connection, and then you can hit the npm start. Okay, so you will get the message that database connected, right? So then you are good to go, right? So everything is fine. You should see this one because I just put the extra code to verify. Okay, please confirm so I can move forward. Okay, anyone else? npm install, just do npm install. Yeah, so maybe Gustav, you have the password wrong, you can update that. Nothing, Mohammed, we haven't done anything before. So package, everything was there. You just update your name here if you want. That's not mandatory. These libraries are there here, and just hit the npm install. And then we move to the index just to make you aware that, okay, this is how we will do. Okay, anyone else confirm, like Chintan, Arya, Rutik? Yeah, okay. Okay, okay, I think 1 2 3 4 5 people are. Anyone has the Mongo issue, I can stop share. Like Robbie, you can share the screen, or Gustav, you can share.
I think the issue is a George Brown email, because the same thing happened with me with DigitalOcean for cyberclass. Whenever we want to reset passwords or something, for me personally, the student account doesn't send anything. So I feel like my access to it might be bad, but I'm gonna
You
check.
require, because for lab test one, you now from today onwards we will see the database
Yeah,
access
that's what
all
I'm
the
scared
time.
about. My email hasn't been working for a while now because it doesn't receive anything like that. So I'm gonna check right now.
Yeah, it's mandatory because without that it won't work, right? Chintan, okay, so pretty much same. Okay, now let me start coding part, right? So you can figure out this connection later, because if you're not able to run, it will create the trouble for you. Okay, now let's move to the index and let me explain. So what I'm doing, this is the Mongoose I'm using framework, like for ODM. We have the Express to create the APIs, and then we are adding the JSON middleware, like to conversion of all the body we are getting. And I have created the roots, right? All the roots in this file. So we will go to first the model. So we are dealing with the employee model. So you will find this file. Please open this file. Please open this file and please confirm what you see here. So it's the same, right? Okay. Now what we have to do, what I have done, various fields are there, and then I have commented that, okay, we will add the virtual fields here, we will add the instance field here, static here, and the query helper here. So this is the main part. And I have added some of the hooks, right? We call it as a middleware, right? So these are the middleware I have added. This is the pre-middleware and this is the post middleware. This will execute after uh, any queries execute, right? So I have just defined, okay, save. So it will call before save, it will set some of the value, and then we have the next. If you don't call next, actual call will not be there. You can also call for first one and update. Init is there for the post, right? So post will call after that. So we are not doing anything complex here, just displaying. But if you want to keep everything in a log, you can add it to the log file if you want, right? And then at the end, we are exporting our model. So schema is the structure, and then we create the model based on that, and we will name it as a employee, right? And then we export that. So this part is clear. Like, I hope everyone understood from the previous semester, right? And we have added some of the options, so we'll add that. Okay, let me know if you have any question. Okay, now for the, let's start adding the validation. So next week we have the validation, so I'm covering this week, right? So that we can utilize the time for the GraphQL. So let's add. So require, right? So you have seen this one, required was there, right? Required equal to true. So this is not a constraint, but we can add. This is mandatory field, right? But if I say true, but I can add my own message like this. If I want to add my own message, we will see how it works. Please enter first name, right? So this is my own message, right? If you don't provide it, it will raise its own message, right? Then we can have the trim to remove extra, right? So this is again not mandatory, but you can use that. So this is option. There is also lowercase. Okay, lowercase is there, so it will convert all the data to lowercase, right? So this thing we have seen. So very simple. String has required, trim, lowercase. These many values are available. Okay, now Carter, what is the first name you say? Okay, yeah. So now we can have the same constraint for the last name, right? But I will add one more. So I'm not adding the message. So whenever we have the error, we will compare that. Okay, if we get the error for this field, we will get this message. If we haven't provided our own message, it will provide, right, default message, and see what's the format. But I want to show you one more thing. I can alias. I can provide the alias. I want to also refer it as a surname or family name like that, right? So I can do family name or the surname. I'm using the surname because I have written, or you can use the family name too. Okay, let me know once you finish this one. Okay, now let's move with the next field. So what you're expecting for the email? So email requires specific validation, right? Email validation, right? So we will apply the custom one. So what I'm doing, I'm making it mandatory, but I will make uppercase, right? Uppercase true. Let's trim that, and then I can add the validator. Validate. So this is the custom one. Remember, guys, this is the custom validate. Okay, I can write the function. I'm passing the value. Okay, I will paste the expression. So you can refer that one because it's a complex one, right? So creating the code share so that you can use that one. Just give me a minute. I will share this piece here. Okay, now, yeah. Okay, so you can copy from there. I just share it. All good, guys, copied. Okay, so you can also provide minimum length. You see, minimum length is 5. I require min length 5. Max length, I can say 50. So you can provide all those options. Make sense? Okay, you can use whatever. So minimum length and maximum length is for the string. Min and max is for the number, right? So we will use that. Let me know once you finish this guy. Okay, so this is the custom validation. We can say custom validator. Okay, now gender. So gender I can make mandatory, right? Because I can say, okay, it's mandatory. So require true, right? But I want to show you one more constraint, that's the enum. So in the enum, you can list the value that, okay, only this value is allowed. So see, male, comma, female, comma, other, right? So I'm just providing 3 values, but you can have more. So this, what this will do, this will only accept value from this list, right? So this is one more constraint we're adding. All good? Okay, so only these constraints exist, right? So what I'm doing, city, we don't want to provide the list. Designation, okay, that's fine. We just not bother about other type, other constraint, right? And salary, now number. So we have the number type. So here, what I can say, default, I can provide the default value. Okay, default is also available here for the string type 2, but string has mean length, max length, then you have the trim, right? And require is also there. Now salary, okay, default 00. Then you can use the mean like this, minimum. Okay, I want to say minimum, I want to allow 1000. So see, I have the default, but I will disable this one. Okay, to less salary. Or you can provide the message that, okay, please enter between these two number, right? So max colon, I can say 25,000. Okay, I can put any number. So this 2 value will be available. Make sense, guys? So default, if you have to disable this one, remember. So the minimum 1000, maximum this one, but I can also have the custom validator. So I can do the custom validation because I want to check the range, right? I say, okay, I can have some complex logic. I can also do the validation. So what we can do, we can compare the value. I don't want to allow the negative value less than 0. Then I want to raise the error, right? I want to raise. So remember, whenever you have the condition like this, you can raise the error object. So I can say negative salary not allowed. You can write any message. So we are raising this error, right? So let me share this piece with you. Just validation, right? If you are not writing. Okay, I just pasted in the chat. You can take a look. Okay, got it? Okay, now if you review this block, you will understand that, okay, this will never execute or this will execute, because you see I'm providing the range 1000 and 25,000, right? So this will execute. Okay, minimum is 1000, maximum is 25,000. It won't allow me to do the negative. So you can disable this one, or you can do another condition here. I'm just commenting this one, right? We don't want that, because I want to see this negative, this custom one with this message. Okay, so you can choose like whatever the condition you want. You can do some complex condition here too. Yes, Carter, this will pass. Yeah, we will see that whenever this message is a custom message, I am providing just to show you. Other is default message, right? And this message will also be available. Let's see how it goes. Okay, now for the created date, I don't want to bother. I don't want to allow user to send. So I can say date dot now. So it will automatically set the default, and I just misspell that. You see the created, I want to name it as created at. So I can paste created at, and here I will do the same thing. Default value is the current date. Okay, because I want update it. I just name like this so I can alias that one. All good. So this is what we want to do now. Let me know once you are done. Okay. Okay, anyone else? Okay, good. Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, so now you see we have first name, last name. I name it alias like this one. So we will see how we can access that value. This is email custom validation. We also have some length validation. Gender will be allowed from this list. I will add one more option later. First we'll see the error and understand, and then we will try to make it right different. So before that, let's add the lowercase here. Lowercase colon true, or maybe let's add later. Okay, let's keep this one. This is the male, female, and the other. Let's keep like this. City just simple. Salary has some negative number validation, and by default we are not passing anything. It will automatically update it for us. Right? And now we will add this thing later. Okay? First, let's execute and see the validations, and then we will execute other stuff. Okay. Let me paste this one if you want to try, guys. Oh, you updated that one. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so now our model, our schema model is ready now. Nothing to do more for now. We will edit this thing later. Okay, now let's go to the route file, these routers, and I have created all the routes for you. So we'll just update it. We will just update that one, right? So what I have done, I have put the comment there. So I'm using the express route. So app.get, I haven't get route, but I just imported right away there. So get employees. So whenever you issue this line, so you say I am using the 8081 port number. If you change, you can use that. You can change the port number here. Right? When we are starting the server, you can change the port number here. But I'm just using the 8081 I have set. Then we are doing the find. Means this is the models as usual. You can add the more option, ascending, descending, right? So this thing we have seen. Find sort by first name in a descending order. So -1 is descending, 1 is the ascending order, or we can provide this one. If you want a specific column, you can apply the select and sort. Right? So these options are also available, right? So I just provide another flavor. So this is for selecting the record. So you can select, update it. All routes are available, but I'm just explaining this one, and then we will move to the add. I want to create the new record. So this is the employees. So if you scroll down, all are get, because searching features are there. Get means getting the record. Get by salary, get. So here is the record post. So this will create the new record. So these are some payload I have given, same as the field. So see, we are not passing created and updated. It will automatically pick for us. And application JSON. So we'll use the postman. And this is the endpoint, employee. It's not employees. And when you post it, it will create the model object, and then we apply the save. So when you apply the save, we will see which hook get called. We have defined the some hook here. You see these hooks are available. So let's see which hook get called. Okay. And we can also extract the error manually if you want. And it will also send the error right away to the browser, like to the response, right? So we'll deal with that. Now, Carter, your question to answer here. So you see, I use this one. I just commented that one after that. I just insert file record and I can comment that one. Just hit one time. Okay, but we don't want to do that. We have the API for creating the record. So we can deal with that. So we will use this one. So everyone clear, guys? Two options. Okay, now let's go to the Postman. So open the Postman and you can create the new project. Okay, let me close everything and I have to execute this guy. So let's open terminal and just do npm start. It's weird. Yeah, we will do that. Okay, so Mongo is connected. Then we can copy this endpoint and try to fetch that. Okay, so you can create the collection. So I have created the collection like this. You can add the collection. You can save all the endpoints on your side. So this is the get request, you see, and I'm just hitting the send. So you will get blank because there is no record. If you are successfully connected, you will get this one because I'm not sending any other response. I'm just telling that, okay, blank. You can customize that, no record found or record count is 0, whatever you want. This is my first response. Everyone should see this one because if you have connected to correct MongoDB database too. So let me know and please confirm what you see. If you are able to execute that, it should have the blank. If you run on the browser, it will work. Get will work, but post will not work. That's why I'm preferring to go with the Postman. Okay, confirm, guys. All good? Anyone lucky to get this? Okay, you got output, right? Now let's go for the inserting, right? So you have to do the employee. Okay, and if you try to send it, it will give the error blank, right? Because I think there is no such endpoint exist for now, but let me check why it's executing, right? It's not executing. Yeah, so it's a blank array, right? But this endpoint doesn't exist. If I do the post, just chain to the post, you might get different error, right? Just chain to the post. This is the employee, right? And then I want to insert. Now send it. Okay, you will get list of error. Let me know once you see this response. So this is the main part, right? We want to consider. Okay, everyone can see this error. Just change the post because we are applying the post here, right? Post method is there. This is the post. Don't pass any parameter. Don't do anything. We are just doing because we just say post and we will get the error. Yes, this is the object error. Now let's review. So errors is the object. So object is whole, right? Errors is the object. So it has a field name. You see which field name? Designation, city, gender, all field name are given. We will get everywhere error except the last two. So you see validation error. The designation, we didn't provide anything complex, right? If you go to the model for designation, we don't say anything much, right? We just say require and trim, right? So it will just give us message like path designation is required. So this message is given by system, right? Let's say Express is generating or Mongo is generating for us. It will give a little more field name, kind, path, right? City, okay, default message. Gender, you see it giving the error also, like require is executing first. Email also required. Last name required. But for the first name, you see, please enter the first name. This is the our message. So this one is more readable, right? So you can pass the message from the server too. So this is the purpose of writing message like this. If you don't write, it will give you the error, default message. Make sense, guys? And at the end, you have message like, okay, employee validation fail, and you have the message. You see, everything is concatenated and one string is generated. So you can display everything, right? Everything. It is separated by comma, right? Everything is separated by comma, and you can display that. Okay, everyone understood this guy? Okay, now let's see what I have asked to do. Let's go to the route, and you want this object. Don't hit anything. Just copy this object, and go to the body, click on the row, paste it, and you have to change to the JSON, and you can beautify to make it little bit aligned. Okay. We are entering this part. Let me know. Just paste this part. You can change the name if you want, but we will insert 2-3 records, so it would be great. Everyone pasted this one, body, raw, and the JSON. So Robbie, what you can do, you can use, I think you can't use my connections because I just make it private for me, my machine, that's why. Oh, okay, yeah. Anyone, any question? Gustavo, Carter, Chintan, Ming, Derek, Kent. Okay, good. Okay, now you see pretty much this is straightforward. You have the name, you have the email address, you have the gender, right? You have the city, you have the designation, you have the salary. But what I'm doing, I'm putting the negative salary. Let's try this one. I'm putting the negative salary to just see the validation. You see, gender is also generating the error, and salary is not generating the error. Okay, for now, let's see. Okay, so we got the gender. So what it says, male is not a valid enum value. Why it's giving the error? Because you see, enum is like this, male, female, other. This is a small case. This is a small case. Yeah, so I have to pass it as a small case, right? And then let's send it. It's saved. I don't know. I think I put the wrong condition. That's the problem. Okay, let me check. You can verify, guys, on your side. I think we haven't realized. Value is less than 0, then raise the error. Validate. New error. Okay, it should give the error. Oh, sorry. Yes. Got it. Return. Yeah, sorry for that. Return. Yeah, I missed that. No return. Throw. See? We have to write the throw. Just please update that one. It should have the throw. Okay, now if you want to delete the record, you have to use this ID, update, use this ID given by that, right? So what I'm doing, I'm deleting from here. If you refresh this one, yeah, sorry for that, guys. So employees, and I can delete from here, or I can also delete from my endpoint 2, right? So yeah, Okay, sorry for that. So okay, so now if you execute that, you will get the error. You see salary, negative salary is not allowed. Make sense? Yeah, so sorry for the confusion. Yeah, so I just do the negative value. So I'm just showing you the error, like how it's represented. Errors object is there. All good, guys? Now, what I'm doing, I'm skipping this one. I'm removing the first name and generating. You see, first name is not valid. So it won't insert. And salary is also not valid. Okay. Okay, yeah. So what I change, anyone confused? I just change to throw here. Cutter, all good? Gustav, Chintan, just update this space. Okay, yeah. Now let's make it correct, right? So I have pasted, I'm doing the positive number, everything is fine, and let's execute that one. Okay, so I just make it smaller here, you see, because we haven't set to the lowercase. You see a lowercase. So what I can make, I can this say lowercase colon true. So I have to pass everything in a lowercase. So this will work. Okay, now one record is inserted. Let's try to insert another record. So if you want to see the sample record, I have just provided this file, sample employees. You can copy any name you want here. Right, copy that one, put it here, remove the comma at the end, and and beautify. So it will automatically show you this number. Okay, so I have given some of the record, so you don't have to think of the name and all the designation. So we'll get that clear data. So now you can hit the it inserted. You see, it's automatically converted. I'm passing the F capital. Now it's accepting. Everyone, let me know once you finish. And if you have any question regarding the validation, let me know. So this is all about the validation. You can write your extreme complex logic, I can say, in this block. Or you can create separate file, util file, and can call that validation functions here. Anything we are missing here, guys? So all the type of validation we have seen. Min max is for number. Min length and max length is for the string length. Validate is custom. Default, you can specify the default value. Extension, what extension? So let's review the record here. Okay, you will see created and updated, created and updated. Yes, yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Right. So I just dropped that default, right? This is about your logic now. You can figure out, right, based on your requirement. Maybe if I want to do some complex logic, I can add it and raise the different error. This will provide you provision to have the different error. Here we are returning the true or false, just true or false. No message will be there, right? But if I validate and raise the error with different message, then it's fine. Okay, so this is all. You can add 2-3 records. Now, if you want to go back to the code, so sample records are available here. Let's go back to the routes. So this one is done, right? Again, you have to update, right? So patch is there. We want to update, but you see object ID is there. So keep this object ID, because whenever you fetch the record, you will get this one, right? So I will use this ID, and I will use this. Let me copy paste this endpoint. Okay, copy paste this endpoint, employee and the ID, right? So this is a path parameter. So copy this ID and let's update this one. Remember, don't repeatedly execute that. Okay? And we have the patch, but we have to provide the whole object again, because we have the whole object, body, raw, JSON, paste it, beautify if you want, and let's change the name here. Okay, so I want to update the name. Okay, here. So I will copy paste the name like this one. Okay, I'm just writing GB, right? And let's say male, right? Salary is 10,000, round figure 0.00, senior software engineer. Okay, so I'm doing this part. Okay, so you can update the value, to update, and you have to pass the ID of the same object. Don't hit again. Don't hit again. Okay, now let's hit this one. You see it's updated, all the values updated, because I say lowercase, that's why, right? And we can go back here and refresh the document, and you see its record is updated. Only 2 records I have. Okay, all good. Okay, now let me go back to the code. We haven't seen this response, but you see when you're updating, we are dumping the value too. So find one and update, you got the ID, record is updated. So automatically it's calling the hooks, right? It also calling the hooks. So this is the validation hook call, save get call, and the save is sending the response, right? So we are also dumping the values, right? So what we are doing here, you see hook is also automatically getting called from this block based on the hook. Like we are creating the save, so save will call. If you are hitting this one, it will call, like updates and will call, and post is called, like init and the validate save based on our require setting, right? Make sense, guys? So this is the hook. Hook is not that much complex. You just write the default one and you can log the data here. So document ID, we are printing the document ID all the time in the back. Percentage S has been validated, updated. Make sense? So this is automatic get call. Yeah, you can store in the log if you want. I'm just printing it here, but you can, because whole document is getting, see, whole document is available. You can store as a backup, you can store like in log file, right, to verify like in the future. Okay, now what we do, let's add one virtual method and then we'll have the break, because I will finish a little earlier, like 45 minutes. Right, so let's first finish the virtual method, right? So anyone can call like what virtual method we can use. We have seen in the lecture, we have the first name, last name, we can use that. So how we can create the virtual method? Yes, so yeah, schema name, right? So schema name, remember it's a schema level. So employee schema dot virtual dot, I can add the field here, right? So no dot, I have to add the field name. So I will say full name. You can pick anyone. Then dot get, because this is the get field, right? It accepting the function as a parameter. And we also have the set function. And this will accept the value. Okay, I'm not doing anything here, but let me print it. Console.log, what we are passing, right? If you pass the full name, then you can split and set it, right? So I have given the code in the PPT, you can try it. Now here we want to return dollar, okay, space a dollar, right? So I just applying the some values. So I can say this dot first name comma this dot last name. So we are using the function, don't write the arrow function, we might lose this context, right? So this is I can do. Again, if you want to format Mr. Doctor, whatever, right? So you can also add. If you want to do another virtue like total of the marks, right? You can apply and you can do the total here percentage, right? So you can write anything. So, but virtual field, this will not save the value. This is the calculated, computed, right? So it will not save in the database. All good, guys? Just put it, complete it, and let me know. You can name anything here. Okay, so this will be available when you are fetching the record, right? So let's go to the routes and we will find the fetch. So here we can activate that, right? Fetch, or if you want to fetch specific record, you can also do that, right? Wherever you want, you can apply that. So I'm just using the employees. This will give multiple record, but what I want to do, fetch by ID. Let's do fetch by ID so that we can get the single value and we will add it here. But I have put somewhere, you see full name, get full name, right? So virtual method is available here. So I'm just fetching the record, right? I can convert to the find one if I can find one. Let's see. Okay, so hit this one and uncomment this one. So you will get the full name here based on the response. Let's see what response it gives us. So let me first print it here. Console.log employees. Okay, so I'm not employees, right? Or employee, we can say find one. Okay, but if this is name, two people might have different two same name. So I'm just using the first name. Okay, so server is running. Let me go back. I will use the same ID, Gustav's ID, copy, paste it, and make it get first name, right? So I'm just using the employee's first name. I will pass the name, right? So employees first name, and what record we have, I can pick my name or Gustav name, whatever it's there, we can pick that one. Okay, send it. Okay, we will get the error. Let's verify. First name employee get. Yes, I know what's the error. Employee is not exist. I think I made a mistake somewhere while writing the code. Yeah, it's running. It's a get. Yeah, please check with me too. Employees, yeah, is a employees is a S. Okay, and the execute, right? So now we can see the error. Full name, yeah. So full name, employee 0, right? So this is only one object. It's written only one object. That's the problem. We are just fetching the one record, right? So this is the one record. So cannot use the arrow like this, right? That's the problem. Okay, all good, guys. So find one is like this. I can comment this one and I can use a find. So I can use the multiple record. So I can use the 0, right? First record. I know the record is that. That's why I'm using this one. Again, you will get the record by name. But we are dealing with the first name, right? So you see, this is the full name we are getting. It's working for you guys? Yeah. Let me know. Find it, you can use 0. So full name is a virtual method. So we are printing that one. So I can say full name dollar be like. Okay, so I'm just commenting that one. So you can see in the dump, right? I'm not sending in the response. Yeah. All good? Okay, so let's have a 10 minutes break and then we'll be back. Okay, so let's have a break, guys. This which code, this part or this part? Okay. Routes. Okay, we use only this piece, right? So I'm just sharing this one. Just keep watch, right? I don't want to share whole. Yeah, it's there now. You can check. Okay, so let's have a break. Okay, guys, everyone back. So we can finish earlier. If you can. Hello. Okay, yeah. So let's continue. Okay, now we will write the get full name, right? So we will just try to understand the concept. So we have done this virtual method. You can any method you want. So this will not be saved in your database, right? So first, let me try one more thing. So we can also have the surname, right? So we have seen surname. So let's try that one too. So I just rename, right? If you remember, surname is there, or last name you can say. So when you hit the search, you will also see the surname, you see. So alias will work. Alias will not save in the database, but when you're fetching the record, you want to rename that, like you want a different name. So you can use this one. So this is the alias column. Alias, I'm just writing column name. Okay, all good? Make sense, guys? You can just drop this line. So this is the alias fetch name. Now we want to write the instance method. So this is the virtual method, means doesn't exist. So virtual field, like we can say virtual field is on the model, right? So here surname is also in the model. We can also the instance method. So instance method is also attached to the object, right? Means the actual object we are creating. So let's do and add that. So instance method is here. So instance method means also attached to the schema, but we have to set to the schema, right? And then we have to tell that it's a method, right? So methods dot get full name. Okay, I can write, oh, this is the function, right? This is the attribute, sorry, this is the attribute. So I'm writing the attribute like this. Okay, sorry, this is outside, this is the function. So now again we want to return the full name, right? So we can copy this one. It's written same name, but it's working as a method. This is the working as a function. So if you go back and call this guy, so this will call instance method. This is the attribute. So that's the difference. You can write any method if you want to performing the total, like get total, right? You can also return the value. You can also say calculate percentage, right? You can also say calculate result. You can write any method, but this will apply to the object. Okay, so that's why it's the instance method. So let me know if we can also write one more formatted salary get. I'm just writing formatted salary, right? Okay, something like that. So I can just add the dollar in front of that, and I can say salary like this, right? So you can have any method. Okay, please finish this one. Let me know. We will call this one. Okay, please confirm once you're done. So we added two methods basically. Okay, anyone? You can do any manipulation. Okay, now here I can call like this. I can say get. Okay, instead of typing name, I can copy, right? Because it might tend to error. Okay, now let's hit this one. So you see 1,000, you got $1,000 added, and this is the full name from the sorry, yes, full name from here. This is the surname, and this is the full name as a virtual field. Okay, so it's working. You can also format like 4-digit, 2-digit. You can also convert in different format. It's remember, if you want to work on specific column, you can use this one. You can also add the utility method and pass the value, you can get back like that. So it's also fine, but this is providing some feature that you can utilize, and instead of writing some extra utility classes. But if you want to use that multiple place, so better to do in the utility class and can use that function within this one. But it will always act as an like extending the oops concept, right? Okay, let me know if you have any question. Okay, so the instance method is always called like methods. This is virtual field, so it's a column, so we are not as a function. This is the function call, remember. Okay, yeah. Okay, now let's go to the static method. You see, static method is get employee by name. So this is on the model. You see, this is not on the object, this is on the model. This is the model. The static method is without creating the object. So let's add one static method. So little bit, I think the syntax is changed. So whatever you see in the PPT is different, right? So PPT, I have to update that slides, okay? Because it's not working. I don't know. Previously it was working. Dot static, and then similar to like the virtual, we have to write the name. So what I have written, get like this. Okay, so I'm just writing the same name, static, and like this, because dot, I'm not able to write that. Dot function equal to, right? And then second parameter is the function. Okay, I can also have the name or whatever parameter name, or you can use the value, whatever you like, and then you can process it here, right? So what we need to do, just return, because this is a static method, so this will act on the model. So I will say this dot find. Okay, I will use the find, and I will say, okay, I say first name, right? So let me do the first name colon values. Okay, we are finding by the name. So this is the just query. You can write the query. You will not able to access the field because this is the object, the schema level. Okay, makes sense, guys? So this is how we will find. But again, I think we have to write like this. So this is the first name. So if you pass multiple value, it will filter the record. So this will give all the record by first name. Okay, this is very close, like. Okay, so whenever you go back, so this will not work now. I'm just keeping this guy here. Okay, but if I should I comment this one? Okay, I'm just commenting. Okay, but I have to activate this one. So you see, instead of firing like find like this, you have to write all the time, right? You have to write this syntax all the time, but better to go with this one. So this one is simplified version, right? So this is the simplified version. Okay, can you go back? It's working. I think it's not crashing. Wait, let's run it again. Oh, I think we updated the code, that's why. Let's run it again. Okay, let me check. Static is not a function. Yes, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Now I got the point. So routes, no, employee. Yes, so static. Just use the static. I just I typo error. Just static. Use the static instead of s. Right now we are happy to go. You will see the record by first name. If I say my name, it will give me the record by my name. You can pick anyone, but the takeaway here is that instead of writing the complex query right here, right, if you want to use the same query multiple place, right, multiple file, then again you have to write something like long queries. So but I just take the first name. You can write multiple condition equal to less than. So instead of writing, you can just create the static method. Make sense, guys? Okay, now I think somewhere I have the complex one. You see, I'm just doing and last name like this, first name like this. Right? So this is my query. Maybe I can have less than salary. Right? This is my complex query. You see, I want what I want to do. I can write the static method and I can use that. So it makes my life easy. Like I don't have to write all the time. Again, you can also filter that result too. All good? Okay. Yeah. Now, next is what? The query helper. This is the query helper. So what is that? You are executing this find, but you want to attach some name, like say what I say find by name. I want to name like that, but I want to extend that find, right? This find is available as an raw statement, right? Somewhere here. Let me go back. Yeah, somewhere it's available, right? Like this. So I'm just executing that and find by name. So I'm getting all the record and again searching back. So instead of doing the inbuilt function name, right? So we can make it more user friendly. So here you can add only to the find or find one, find update, like that. You cannot add to create in the record, right? So remember, only find. So this is the extension to the queries. So instead of writing like this, like curly bracket and all the syntax, I can extend that, right? So here let's add that method. So again we have employee schema, like we need to add employee schema dot query dot by last name, something by last name. I can write by last name is equal to function. I can pass the value. Okay, and then I can return the result. But what is the result? Result is not the whole query, but I'm just adding some where clause. Okay, so there is a lots of keywords available. I'm using the where, and I say last name colon value. Okay, so what this will do? You cannot write the find. Find is not a good. Find will be available. Result will be available here, and you are passing the name instead of writing some primitive syntax, and you are just adding more feature after the find, like sort, find, less than, greater. You can add anything here, right? So this is helper. Okay, by last name. So you're passing the last name. You can also say by first name. So I can add by first name to here. So if I say by first name, it will filter by first name, right? So you can write any query extension. You can write multiple too. You pass the multiple value by first name or last name also. You can do anything. Okay, so this is just basically the extension of the existing query, but we are providing our own name instead of using the available keywords. Okay, makes sense, guys? Just complete this one and then we'll execute that part. Yes, we can do that. We can do that. Okay, let's see. Let's add that one. It's basically reading the result, right? So let's try that one too. Okay, so let's go back here. I'm using it. I'm just commenting this guy. So I say by first name, right? Find one by first name. Okay, let's do this one. Passing the first name, right? So it will return the record. You see, you got the result here. First name. It's returning this one. Okay, so you want last name, you can add that. Now first name is there. So you got the record and you got the first name, right? You can also do by last name at the end, but what option we have? Let me find it. Find one. I have to get it, some option. Find one where, okay, greater than. Let's do greater than, right? Greater than, I can add this GT, right? Greater than salary. Okay, yeah, so I'm just adding one more predict, I can say. Okay, and I'm just passing hardcore, greater than 100, right? So you have the 1000. So I'm just adding what is I have the 1000, 10,000. Okay, yeah, let me see. MongoDB new error message. Okay. So this is returning the result. So what I have to do, I have to pass another value 100 here, and I can do this place where I'm writing, yeah, dot GT here. Okay, salary. So it's asking to add after the where, right? So that's the problem here. SALARY. Yeah, we are writing here. So salary. Let me see. It's up. Yeah, it's up. And let's run this one. You see, you got the 1000. If I pass little more number, right? So this should not give us the result. Greater than equal to. First name by first name. I put in the last name at the wrong place. Sorry for that. It should be here. It should be here. It's first name. Okay. Yeah. So it's breaking again. New error. GT must be used after where when called with this argument. Oh. Yeah, maybe the syntax, I'm writing correct. Yeah. So this is what we are doing. Where first name. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me check what I have written. So by where we are writing where. So this one is find where GT. So let me call this salary one. Okay, let me call this one. What happened? First, let me verify. Okay, let me check. Also run this one. Salary one. I'm just passing as a parameter. Query and one. Let me run this one. Yeah, so I'm getting all greater than 1000. On 10,000, I will get the no record found. Yeah, so it's working. This query is working. I don't know why. Salary. Oh, where first name. Yes. So this syntax is a little bit different, guys. Okay, so I have to find another thing. So see, you understand what I'm trying. I'm doing the wrong thing. Okay, so sorry for that. So you go back and you see this is the where, right? But where salary greater than this field, right? I have to write the field. I'm just writing the column value, right? So that's why it's not working. So where, are you getting me what I'm trying to say? You see, when we say the where, so where salary is, so we are passing the value, but we are not passing actually the column name. It's not comparing the column name. We need to pass the column name, right? So let's use little different command like sort maybe, right? Sort. I can try directly. So I have to write like this. But where is that complex example? Yeah, here, right here, right? So find where last name. Okay, I have to write another where. Okay, so this will work now. So because I have to write the field name where salary, like this, salary greater than, right? Something like that, right? So where salary. Let's try this guy. First name. That must be string or object. Yeah, correct. I have to write the single quote. Yeah, I know that. I was just trying this guy. Okay, so you don't get the record, but if you change, see, this is the syntax, like, because I have to write the field name if I'm comparing greater than, and I'm writing like this. Okay. It takes some time, but we figure out. Yes. You see, it should be in double quote. I was just writing like this object name, key value, but the syntax is different. And and here we say 1000. If I say 1000, I will get what must be string. Yes, salary double quote. Okay, cool. But I didn't get the record. Oh, yeah, I didn't get the record here. Yes, okay, it's taking some time. Yeah, I got one record, right? Because there is a 5 point. You see, one is 1000, 10,000, one is the 1000. Okay, so we got the record. Maybe I didn't press the button. All good. So it's working. Okay, now let's add let's add multiple record, right? So we will get multiple record here. Okay. Okay, just a minute. Again, press it. No, I am doing wrong. 100. Yeah, 100 will get the multiple record. Press it. Oh, why it's not giving multiple? Name is, oh, I have the name. Okay, so now, yeah, you can apply the sort at the end too, right? Sort, and we have the value. So you can apply the sorting. Okay, let me bring that. Minus salary. You can also write the field name like this, or you can also use the syntax which I have used in the first query. So I have tried to put all the options, like object and the value. It also accept like that. Okay, something like that. So this is good now. Okay, so you can apply. This will not give the error now. I think so. Yeah, it's not giving the error. You see, because we have applied the wrong syntax, guys. That was the problem. Okay, all good. Okay, so this is all. Like you can just add whatever logic you like, right? But this is the extension of the queries, right? If you want to find one is there or find should be there, right? It can have the multiple values. Okay, if you don't have the question, let me stop recording. And sorry for the confusion because I have to remember lots of syntax.